Hello? Hello?
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Welcome to round number 2 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. We're here in Manchester, Great Britain for the second round, indoors, in a great facility here at the National Cycling Center. As you can see right now behind me, we're in front of the track. Practice Group A is just winding down, and they've had a lot of time out here on the track, hour and 25 minutes, and these riders are getting a lot of adjustments because the track's been changed since last year. Few changes. The first jump's a little bit taller, a little bit longer. Definitely changes down the third straightaway, and the fourth and last straightaway here on the track is definitely a lot different for these riders. So it'll be interesting to see how the riders navigate it. There's been riders already going down in practice, and it's not been pretty. We've had a few injuries already, and it's unfortunate to see a few riders out, such as Connor Fields, Jared Garcia. Those riders are not going to be able to compete this weekend. But we do have almost 200 other riders that are here competing for that overall ranking in the UCI BMX World Cup Tour. So as you said, stop number 2, stop 1 just a few weeks ago back in Santiago del Estero, Argentina. A great run there. We had a new first-time winner in time trials with Tori Nyhog, and then in the elite men's overall class, it was Corbin Sharaf from the United States that took a win. And then on the women's side, it was a great battle between Mariana Pajón. She won that super final time trial, and then it was Caroline Buchanan and her drag racing around the whole track, going around for a great battle. We've seen that before, and on the day there, it was Caroline Buchanan taking the overall win in the race. So that brings us here to stop number 2, and it's definitely an interesting facility. Incredible things going on here. And one of the riders who seems to have a lot of knowledge of this track, someone who's done quite well here in the past as well, Liam Phillips, from right here in Great Britain. Hi, Liam. Welcome. So, Liam, we just told the fans a little bit about the changes on the track, but maybe you can expand just a little bit more.
Yeah, so the changes have been quite subtle from last year, but they've made quite a significant difference. So the first jump's obviously changed. Yeah, a lot of the riders have really struggled with that over the past few years, and yeah, it's basically a little bit taller and quite a lot longer than it was last year. And the feedback already, just from talking to the guys, is yeah, they like it, so that's good. And then right here on the third straight, the preferred line is basically just doing all of the gaps for the men, and we've dug out the first part of the landing. So yeah, you just have to be way more precise now than you used to. You used to be able to just jump on and get away with it. So that's changed, and then obviously the last straight is the most significant change. Yeah, it's pretty much been completely taken out, and there's so many different lines to it now. It's yeah, it's made for some really good training sessions over the last few months since it's been changed. It's a really fun track, fun part of the track for us to ride, and you know, you can pick up and triple and then triple again, or you can do double, triple. You can do, I see a lot of the guys in practice here doing manual the first 3 and then jump the gap. So it's going to be completely open, and obviously at the end of a lap it's going to be more challenging than yeah, just doing it for a bit of fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So we've all just been here briefly this week. We were in Argentina a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, you weren't there. Do you want to elaborate why you weren't?
Yeah, really simple. I mean, I went to Colombia to ride the World's track, and then I went from there to Rio, and basically with my time spent there, I just wanted to be able to get everything out of those 2 opportunities as possible, and basically I wanted to not have to look at how much volume I was doing because I was racing soon, and I just wanted to go there and get stuck in. And you come off the back of Argentina, it's just 2 weeks until here, and then we go to Papendal in a couple of weeks, and then sounds like a big crash. And yeah, basically when I just looked at my plan, and this was planned last October, I looked at it and it just didn't fit for me, which is really disappointing because I've performed well there the last couple of years, and I love it. I absolutely love going there. It's it's certainly one of the highlights of the tour for us as athletes, and yeah, it was hard to miss that race. It would be a lot easier to miss some of the others, but that one in particular is one that I am fond of. So yeah, hopefully that explains a little bit more. I mean, it's dead simple as far as I'm concerned. I I planned my season well in advance, and it just didn't fit. So,
Well, that's great to get the information out there because, there's always speculations. But, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. Champion last year, winner of 3 rounds, and now we're back here. You've won this race for the last 3 years in a row. What kind of expectations do you put on yourself every time you step in this arena for a World Cup?
More than anything, just to perform well. I train here regularly, and obviously I'm able to look at parts of the race, like the start and various different parts of the track. I mean, we've got 18 timing loops buried around this track, and I obviously train here regularly, so I know what's good, I know what's not good. And over the last few years, it's been really interesting to see sort of performance levels in competition versus performance levels in training. And more than anything, it's like every year that I've raced here, I've managed to nudge that performance level up, to the next time. And that's just really been a big sort of motivation for me in training to try and, I know that that's possible. So I'm constantly trying to get to that level in training, which is, more than anything, I think. I know that that's not the answer that the guys at home want to hear, but that, for me personally, that's obviously a massive benefit to having a race here. And I'm just looking to have fun. And I'll be honest, I felt a lot more pressure coming into last year's race. I think I'm not sure if anybody had won 3 races back to back at the same venue. So there was this massive hype around doing the three-peat. Whereas now that's sort of been and gone. And there are still guys saying, "How can he win 4?" But I feel like, especially after the season I had last year, I've proved that I can perform here. I've proved that I can perform away from here now. And this obviously is a massive, point in the season to build towards Rio. So I'm just looking forward to going out there racing. It's great to have riders from all over the world come and race, and that's not just now. It's over the last 2 weeks we've had guys come in. So it's been mega for us.
So I know for you, consistency is a key to your program. But one thing I noticed new here, you're on a new bike. So first, tell us about your new ride and how things are going with your new bike.
Yeah, it's been great. It's something that's been ongoing since the season finished last year, and the guys at GT they've really wanted to make this still work. As have I. I've grown up riding GT, so it's been it's been something that both parties have been really excited about. And I've got a bike that I absolutely love, and that's so important for me. I've always maintained, I'm sure that the guys at home will know, I've ridden a bike last year that I liked, that had no branding and stuff on it, just because I like that bike. So for me, it's amazing to be back with a brand as significant as GT, and hopefully I can have just as successful season this year as I did last year.
So as you said, great season last year, and now we go into this weekend. No pressure. But as you said, no one's ever won a race 4 times in a row. I want to put you on the spot. You think you can do it?
Oh, of course I do. I train hard enough in the off season to put myself in the best position possible to come here. And for me, that's one of the things I strive for, not only in the off season but during the season. Is every race that I target, I want to be able to put myself in a position to be capable of being successful at that race. And this race is no different. It's just the sort of the glitz and glamour that goes with it, and the fact that I'm, for one reason or another, everybody, sort of they do expect me to win here, and it's quite a unique experience, and I'm sure there's not many guys on the World Cup circuit that have that. I'm sure that Mariana will when we go to Colombia in the summer. So I know that I've put in the work. I'm in great shape. Like I said, I know my training data and stuff, and I'm going really well. So I know that if I perform as best I can, then I'll be in with a shot.
So when we're here in Great Britain, I know a lot of eyes go on you. But are there any riders coming up through the ranks that we should pay attention to from Great Britain?
Yeah, there's loads. It's this building that we're in now has been obviously a massive turning point in our development as a programme. Huge investment from Manchester City Council and the partners to get it done. And we can already see, if I go back to myself when I was 12, 13 years old, I'd race World Championships and I would literally be the only rider from the UK to be making finals and stuff. Whereas, like now I logged on to BMX videos to look at some of the racing last year from the European champs and the world champs, and we've got kids winning 12, 13, 14, 15, you know, and that's the future of the sport in this country. And yeah, we're super blessed really to have a facility like this to sort of nurture them. And you know, I try my best to help those guys as much as I can. And you know, if you go sort of directly, you know, sort of more closer to my age, well, maybe not. You've got Kyle and Trey obviously performing well on the World Cup circuit, and then Quillen, and then Paddy and Junior. And then as you come down, yeah, you've got all these young kids coming up. So we've definitely got some talent, and I'm sure that with the infrastructure that we've got here and the sport we've got, then they'll have the best opportunity to be successful on the World Cup circuit.
All right, well, it's a lot of information. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck this weekend here at home.
No worries. I think I'm doing a GoPro lap for you now, so I just need to get hold of the camera and I can go out and do a lap ready for tomorrow.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Liam. Cheers. So Liam Phillips, the man that everybody's going to be watching this weekend, when the racing commences. It'll be interesting to see Liam as he's going out there for 4 in a row. It's not been done. 3 in a row hasn't been done. The only person to do it, Liam Phillips, so we'll see how things work out for that. So now, we always bring you the stars. You know, we had Liam. We missed him in Argentina, World Cup champion. But one of the riders you got to see doing a lot of competition in Argentina, as well as all the other circuits. In the women's category, we had a great battle in that main event. It was Caroline Buchanan and Mariana Pajón. They battled all the way to the line. You know, Mariana kicked things off with that super time trial win on Friday, and then on Saturday she came in second in the race. But now we've got a special guest here, Miss Mariana Pajón. Mariana, thanks for joining us.
I'm happy to be here again.
So we're here in Manchester. You got to ride the track a little earlier. You did a course preview for us. Talk about the changes on the track. First of all, Liam explained what the men's side was. Talk a little bit what you felt was different on the women's side.
Well, this track is special. It's tight. It's small. But it's technical at the same time. It's fun to ride. They changed a little bit of our third straight, and you just jump now. So it's good for me. Then last straight for us is gonna be the point to just go on train to get it right. I think it's good. First straight is awesome as always. It's big. Everything is fun to ride.
So we'll go back to round number 1, Argentina. The weekend started out great for you. You won the super final, and the racing was incredible as well. The only time you and Caroline went head to head was that final. Fortunately, this time she got you at the end. But talk about how great of an event that was from your perspective.
Yeah, it was a good round. To start the year, I felt really good. I was surprised with the time trial that I won. And then the racing was good. It was tight. It's an Olympic year, so everybody's going the fastest they can. And I felt good. The main was super fun. It was a clean race. It was just a good race. I felt really good, and I'm really for this.
And one thing that you had told us when we interviewed after the race that I didn't even know, and a lot of people don't know, is that you had a little bit of a surgery done in the off-season on an injury that you had. Can you elaborate on that to us?
Yeah, I had surgery in December after I raced Saint-Étienne. I had surgery the 27th on my knee. I got a cartilage that was broken and a little bones in my knee that was blocking the knee. So I had to go through surgery, and it went really good. I started walking again 1 month after, and I was riding in Oldsmouth for the first time. So I think it was a really fast recovery, and I'm feeling good now. Just it's a step by step, it's a process, and I'm feeling good.
So to come back from that and get, win that time trial, second in the race, that's a pretty successful weekend for anyone. I know, even yourself, I'm sure that's going to be great. So as you continue on your process, how much faster do you think you're going to be able to become? Because we've seen you before being incredible. Do you think you'll be faster than ever?
I think I'm going to be stronger and obviously faster. That's what we train for. And I'm working on that. I'm working on the gym really hard, on my technical abilities, and I'm riding the Medellin track that is super technical, so that's really helping me. And I'm feeling good. After Argentina, I feel like I'm at 60% now, and now maybe 75, 80, so I'm feeling good. It's a step by step, it's a process, and I'm feeling good for it.
So something exciting for us, we're going to be there at the Mariana Pajón BMX track for the World Championships. So tell us how that all came about, because that's a pretty big honor to have a track named after yourself.
Yeah, I'm super proud of it. It's my home city where everything started, when all my dreams came true, and just having the first Supercross UCI track on my country being named by me, it's really cool. I'm super proud. I'm so young to have just a great facility by my name. So I'm try to do my best there, and hopefully it's gonna be the best world championship ever. And I know everybody's gonna love that track and place.
So on the Supercross series, we always focus on the elite riders and professionals. But when we get to the World Championships, we're going to have two separate tracks, one for the niñas and the little boys, and then one for the professionals. So can you tell us about the track that the amateur riders are going to ride on?
Yeah, they are working on the track now, so to everybody be like calm and so they can breathe. They are working on the new track right now, and it's going to be a really good track. It's going to be huge also, and it's going to be technical for the little kids. As we all know, the Colombian tracks are crazy, so that's how it's going to be. Yeah, so you're going to have fun there, and we have two separate tracks. They're going to be, after the World Championship, we're going to have like a bridge in between them, so it's going to be a great facility for BMX there.
So for the people that are coming with their families, it's your hometown. We all want to come to your house. We know we can't, maybe some of us, but what can we expect to do when we're not at the BMX track, when we're in your part of the woods in the world?
Well, first of all, Medellin is a new place now, so everybody's going to have fun. It's everything like different about what you expect. From my country, my city, you're going to have fun. Great people, great food, awesome place, beautiful people there, and the weather is just nice. So you're going to have fun, and you're going to see that it's a lot of it's much different what everybody thinks about Colombia, and you're going to love it.
So you're guaranteeing there's going to be beautiful people there. So you heard that here. So if you're single, Colombia is the place to go to mingle.
Also.
So as we get ready here, that third stop Papandal, I know we're focusing on Manchester, but the third stop Papandal has been a great track for you. And right now you and Caroline have good battles going back and forth. So I know, like you say, you're recovering. So when we get back to Papandal, big jumps there as well. I know that's one of your favorite tracks, so are you excited about that race as well?
Yeah, for sure. The track is different now. They have some changes, like the whole track is new. So yeah, we're gonna have fun there. It's a big track, so it's gonna be fun for racing, passing, and great turns. I know the third straight is really technical, so I would love to go there, and yeah, we're gonna have fun there also.
All right, so we always get you. We love to speak with you, and you know. So thankful you can speak English as well, as it's better than my Spanish. But why don't you give a little information to the Spanish-speaking fans of ours and yours?
Bueno, a todos bienvenidos. Estamos en la segunda parada de Copa Mundo aquí en Manchester. Qué bien que nos están viendo, no se lo pierdan y va a ser una increíble carrera, algunos cambios en la pista. Estamos muy bien, estoy muy bien en mi proceso, vamos mejor y Papendal también va a ser muy bueno, así que no se lo pierdan.
Sí. So Mariana, thank you so much for spending time with us. Really appreciative of you doing the course preview lap for us as well. And we look forward to seeing you on track starting tomorrow and on Sunday for the main event.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm super happy to be here, and we're gonna have fun here. So don't go out. Just stay here, and we're gonna have fun watching.
All right. Well, thank you, Mariana. So next up, we've got it from the rider's perspective. Now let's get in touch with one of our team managers, this time from Team USA, but a resident of here, of Great Britain, Mr. Jamie Staff. Jamie, thanks for joining us.
How you doing, Pete?
So Jamie, what kind of feelings do you get every time you walk back into this building? Because just on the other side, the velodrome, we're used to training an awful lot.
It's actually, I love coming back here. The weather sucks, but no, I've got tons of friends and family around here, and it's just to come back and it's not, I feel like I'm just family coming back. I mean, my old team manager, he helps me out. He gives me a pass to get around the whole building. I kind of passes the message, hey, let Jamie have whatever he wants. So British Cycling and Shane Sutton, they've been extremely helpful this week. Even for us, Team USA, we've had access to the gym, the doctors, we've had a rider get sick. So, it's nice to still feel that kind of support from GB, even though I'm coaching the US.
So stop number one was a great weekend for the Team USA with first and second place. So just talk about what it was like, for you. I think it was probably the most successful World Cup you've been a part of with the team.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a shock, to be honest. I mean, I think I've got to the point now where I don't really have any expectations. So much can happen in the sport of BMX. So, it was great. We had 3 guys in the final, in the main, which was really good job there. And then, to be honest, I was kind of watching Connor. I was like, just get a good gate. And then Corbin comes out of nowhere and just goes. And so then to get 1 and 2 in Argentina for the men was, it was like, like you say, is our best result by far for a while. And hopefully it's a sign of things to come.
So then, unfortunately, while you guys were here, you had a couple of accidents, I guess, with a couple of riders. Can you give us an update on them?
Yeah, so we had such a high in Argentina, great event. The girls did good too. And then to come here, unfortunately, Connor Fields broke his wrist in the last straight, overshot one of the jumps. And then that was on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Jared Garcia wiped out in the last turn and broke his hand. So that was 2 riders, 2 visits to the hospital in 2 days. And then Brooke Crane's been sick. She's had the flu. She's just turning around thanks to the GB doctor, Richard, who got her back on track. So she'll be fine, I think, for racing. And then there's a little bit of bug. There's been a bug kind of going around. But there's only so much you can do. They're sharing apartments, but we've been extremely, clean and trying to keep hopefully the virus is at bay. But again, there's only so much you can do. So we're here, we're out fighting. But yeah, it's been a bit of a not so good week.
So you've been here quite some time, so we're all focused on this race, but what did you guys do for fun? Because you came here directly from Argentina, right?
Yeah, well, we didn't get our bags for 3 days, so there's only so much you could do from that. That was another stressor. But yeah, we went go-karting the other day, just trying to have a little bit of fun. We've been actually cooking in the apartments nearly every night. We've gone out to eat a few times, had some good food. The riders seem to like the Thai in Chinatown. But yeah, not too much. Everyone's just been a real low key, mellow, trying to keep it like home from home, so we haven't been running around doing a ton of different sightseeing or anything like that. We're just trying to keep like they would be at home, Even Brooke Crane brings her own bed sheets, so we just try and replicate the environment at home, keep it mellow and keep it fun.
So Mariana just explained to us a little bit about the World Championships, and as we said, we always focus on the World Cup Tour, but the World Championships is, a huge part of it is amateur, so there's 2 separate tracks. She kind of told us about that a little bit, but how excited are you about taking the whole Team USA to Colombia for the World Championships?
I've been there personally for a track cycling, and it is a beautiful city, so I'm looking forward to going back. We have 1 or 2 of the riders have been to the course, and it is pretty technical. It's kind of similar to this. I get the feeling, a bit longer, and it's altitude. So there's definitely going to be a fitness component to it. We're going to be doing some secret training back at home to help us with the altitude. But again, it's a big event. It's the Year Olympics. You want to hope that you go there and perform. But again, the emphasis is on the Olympics. So if we go there and we don't race as well as we wanted at the World, as long as everyone comes out healthy, I'm not going to be too worried. Because we've got a nice big training block up to the Olympics. So it's not too far for us. It's a beautiful city. It's going to be a great World. So hopefully we go there and perform. But if not, it's not the end of the world.
So speaking of the Olympics, each country is a little bit different. Can you give us a little bit more information on how the selection process for the team as well as the Olympic trials works in the U.S.?
Yeah, so you only get so many places, basically. It's somewhat they call a closed event, so riders have to qualify. Like this, any rider can pretty much show up and compete. So I think we have, we have automatic qualifiers through the ranking system in the UCI. That'll get us probably about 3 riders this year, and then we have another 6, I think, for the elite men, and 4 for the women. So that'll be pretty much based on our own rankings. We call power rankings. That will be based on that. For the women, it's pretty easy. We only really have 4 women performing at this level, so it should be a pretty straightforward selection. For the men, that's going to change a little bit now, especially because Connor's injured, Jared's injured. I'm hoping they can be back for Worlds, but we don't know until they go get surgery and start to men. But yeah, in the US, selection's a little bit tricky. It's not like GB where they go, no, you, and you. It's, we have lawyers in the US, so we have to make sure we cross every T and dot every I. But we'll take our best team and we'll do what we can. I mean, USA Cycling funds, a pretty big squad, and it's a huge investment on our part. Like you said, the sport's changed a lot now, and it's, as it used, like you said, it used to be 1 big event. Now it's kind of 2 with the challenge and the championship. So that just kind of complicates things a little bit. But it's, we staff it well. We have doctors, physios, you name it. Everyone's there on the ground helping the riders out.
So, and then when you get to that actual trials race, there's some changes that went to that as well, correct?
Yeah, we had a couple of little changes. I think speaking with the people involved with the program last time round, I think they wanted to have basically the coach. We call it coach's pick, but it's really not me picking it. I mean, it goes to a panel of people, experts that basically help decide who that final rider is. But we'll be leaving that up until after the trials. But there's so much up in the air. So at the moment, Connor's leading power rankings. So in theory, at the moment, he's got that number one spot. He won't be allowed to participate in trials if he's still leading. And then the trials will get you your second rider. But if someone podiums at Worlds, then that gets them in as well. So there might not even be a coach's pick. So it's kind of watch this space. But again, it's going to be a tough pick. The Connor's kind of stood out amongst the rest of the riders, I think, in the last couple of years. So as long as he's healthy, I think he definitely deserves one of the spots. And then it's close contention for the others. Corbin's stepped up a little bit recently as well. So it's going to be tough. Corbin, Nick, and we've got Justin Posey and Jared Garcia and maybe even some others. Who knows? But you say we've still got a few months yet. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward. Once the World is out of the way and we have a really good training block back at home, I think it's going to be extremely productive. The team's in a really good place right now. We're really close and everyone's getting along and there's good energy. And so I think it's going to be a good year.
All right, well, I don't envy that part of your job, but the rest of it, thanks so much for doing such a great job for, my home country, but as well as for BMX in general, Jamie.
My pleasure. Thanks.
All right, so we got 3 heavy hitters here this time on our Dance Comp preview show. Incredible to hear insight from Liam Phillips, Mariana Pajón, and then some behind-the-scenes stuff from Jamie's staff. So that's it for today. That's it for the wrap-up show. We'll get you the schedule of events coming up. We're going to have your qualification races tomorrow, and then we're going to go through all of the qualification races, have each one of those shown for you, and then we'll move into the super final time trials. Then on Sunday afternoon, we will go into the qualification rounds for those elite men, and then we will start the live show with those quarterfinals, semifinals, and main event. We'll have that all for you live right here. So thanks for tuning in. I'm Pete Dylewski, and thank you, Dance Comp, for the Dance Comp live preview show from round number 2 of the UCI BMX World Cup here in Manchester. See you tomorrow.
Riders ready, watch the gate.